Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I am Todd Puckett.
And this is Don's Used Photo Equipment.
Yep.
Right here in front of the wonderful Great Wall of Film.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
the greatness.
come in.
Have the rumors been spreading far and wide about the Great Wall?
Yes.
Have you guys seen the Great Wall of Film recently?
In
person, yeah. I mean,
it's filling up.
it is. You know, you still have the retro chrome. You're the only person with retro chrome.
It's very rare.
It's collectible, guys. It's collectible. Yeah. You know, the P30, two shelves worth of Ilford.
Yep. And I've got everything. I've got something of everything at Ilford.
Just a little bit of everything. You never know what you're going to see over here. You've got the Cinestill. Wow, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
A little bit of everything,
but
guys.
Before we get into that, I have to ask you. It's been a rough couple of weeks for you.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you, since you found out that we have no credibility, how have you been handling that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. We have no credibility part.
I just wanted to see how you've been holding up. I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
Well, me and my credibility have been consoling ourselves.
With a couple of little shots of courage.
Of pick-me-up. The fact that somebody actually said we had credibility in the first place.
That's my positive take on this. I didn't know we had any.
Yeah, I mean, not at all. I did not think there was
to find out that we lost something that I didn't know we had.
Yeah.
I was totally buffered.
So what Todd's referring to though is in our mind you, the most Q&As are most comments. The most comments we got for videos were from the very bad news, film photography news.
The very, very bad news.
Now there's only one
very
bad film photography news, and the other one was the
end of film photography.
The end of film photography. So those two videos right there, we got the most comments.
Yes.
And because we were not 100% on our details, we lost credibility in the Kodak Alaris being sold discussion.
And it reminded me of that line in Stripes.
Okay.
Lighten up, Francis.
I
just thought of that line whenever they're sort of nitpicking, and I'm sitting there going, just lighten up, Francis.
But the credibility part though comes. Because the fact that the person watched it way, way on into the video to really say, oh, look, there's where they lost their credibility. You couldn't, we didn't lose it at the beginning.
No.
And this person went deep into the video. So, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. And you know what? That's what I don't mind bad comments or things like that because it gets more people participating. Moves us up the algorithm and gets more views.
Right.
So thank you. It helps.
Well, there is a theory on podcasts and in videos that if you purposely put in a wrong comment, that most people will put in a wrong fact. Most people will comment on it, and that way you'll know your people have a pulse.
Yeah.
Your viewers.
I heard it. I was watching TV and somebody said yes. He goes, I on purpose misspell words on the
every now and then I throw in a misspelled word on the titles guide
because people comment about it and that moves the video up the ladder.
Yes,
and
more
those
comments
are
help.
Two of our top 4 watched videos.
They are. I mean, they zoomed right to the top.
And one of them's about to be number 2, so it's really funny. But I'm glad you survived that because I was kind of concerned.
Me and my credibility, yes.
I was kind of concerned about that.
Yeah.
But
good times though.
Yeah, good times. We had credibility
and
for a moment,
and it's gone.
But now we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and news for film photographers.
Yes, film photography, good news, bad news.
Now we're going to see how many people watch talking about good news. Probably far fewer.
That's true.
Good news does not get the attention.
We might as well start with the good news.
Yeah.
Hold on to the bad news. And if you're really lucky, we might have some ugly news at the end.
True.
Maybe, just maybe. You'll have to wait and see.
We'll see how we feel at that point.
If we can get that far.
If we feel like we still have credibility at that point to talk about it. We may not. But let's start off with good news.
So Todd, what is the good news?
And funny enough.
Has he risen? I'm sorry, I had to. So sorry.
It is. But we haven't talked much about Fuji much.
Okay. No, we haven't.
No. So
Ko-Fuji or just regular Fuji?
Regular Fuji.
Not the Ko-Fuji.
Not the Ko-Fuji.
Not the Kodak Fuji
that's the fun
hybrid.
News. That's the fun news.
That's the fun news.
We haven't talked about
I'm keeping that rumor alive, guys.
Yes, and there's now I understand the reasoning for it because after doing a lot of reading, I understand Fuji may not be really doing their own film, but it is still their film. It's just somebody else may be doing it for them. But whoever's doing the production of film, it's kicked up a notch.
Okay.
Meaning we're finally starting to see some of that production pay off and come to us.
So the dam is breaking again.
The dam is for Fuji.
For Fuji, the dam.
For a long time, it was building and building and building and getting there, and it's like we finally had something break and come through. We have not seen 400 on this shelf in months.
One of the most popular flavors.
One of the most popular flavors. Now, Fuji 400 arrived, and I got, of course, more 200. But I just got the single rolls right now.
Okay.
Now, there's all sorts of layers on this thing, and I'm sorry if it gets kind of technical and boring, but there's so much good stuff in this, and it's interesting, that I kind of want to go through it.
Onions have layers.
Yes, and they make you cry. But
the more you peel
this will make you cry tears of joy, is what I am hoping.
Okay, this is, once again, still good news, guys.
Good news.
We're just on good news.
It seems that not only is it coming back out, but it seems like they will have a line of continuous production of the product, and there's not going to be as many drastic breaks in between selling it out and getting the next batch in.
So not a bunch of hurry up and wait. It's not bulk and then
nothing.
A desert again.
Yeah, just, there's like 20 inches of rainfall and then nothing for 2 years. It's going to be spread out a little bit more. So instead of them doing stuff in bulk, they'll be doing smaller batches faster.
Okay.
And that means I've got 300 rolls of this in. 300 rolls.
300.
Now, again, I still have the 3-packs ordered.
Yeah.
But
are you limiting 2 per customer?
No, not now, not yet. What I am doing is this, $12.99 a roll. Now, you see this stuff up to $20 for a single roll.
Really?
But it's the old stuff, not because this.
Does it say Superior on it? Because this doesn't say Superior on it.
It doesn't say. They dropped Superior on it.
So this is
it does say
Fujifilm 400, no Superior.
Made in USA. So it is in the USA.
Right.
For 2025 dating. It's not even going to last that long at all. But I looked at all of the.
2025.
2025.
Okay.
What did I say?
For a moment, I thought I heard 2005. I'm like, whoa.
No, yeah. That's why it's so cheap. No, actually, really cheap. Really, the 2005 stuff is probably more expensive than this.
Could be because
it's superior.
Yeah.
It actually has it on there. But this is the new. It's got a dog running. They're aiming it at the younger
dog crowd. They're aiming it at the dog and cat crowd.
The younger group. Mm-hmm. And so this is in 3 languages too. So that's the whole thing.
Ooh.
Now,
which 3 languages?
99 a roll. English, French, and Spanish.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay, so 9 for the Germans, huh?
Yeah.
9 for Deutschland.
No Deutsch. So this is fun. Now, hand me one of those 3-packs over there. The thing about this is that because this is coming out, they also have a more steady production in production of the 3-packs of the 200.
Okay.
Now, of course, the 200, for some reason, it's just as good, especially with spring and summer coming up. Well, we're in spring, summer coming up. Lots of light.
We are
200 is great stuff. But because this is now kind of going to be in a continuous production supply, I'm dropping this down to $19.95 a 3-pack.
Really? Lowering the price?
Lowering the price.
That, my friends, is good news. That is good news.
Because, as I've been saying on some of the other things, as the film comes out more and there's a better, stronger, steady supply of it, I think that the prices are going to be dropped down. But this is only for 2 weeks. So this video comes out Thursday night.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Those of you who watch this will be the first to see.
So this comes out Thursday, leading into the Memorial Day weekend.
For 2 weeks, till the next video comes out.
Right.
So from Friday to 2 weeks Thursday, $19.99 a roll.
So
a 3-pack.
So essentially, the video comes out in the evening. So this obviously is going to go on sale Friday the 26th.
Yes, the next day.
For the next 2 weeks.
For the next 2 weeks, ending in Thursday night, whenever our next video comes out.
Right.
Now, that also means that the 200-speed single rolls, which I've had for $8.95, will be $7.95. So
hey guys, if I remember, I'll put those details in the comments.
So I'm dropping $1 off of that, and I'm dropping basically $4 off of this.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
He's generous.
We're going to test the waters and see what happens, because I really think that since this thing is becoming a little bit more guaranteed in production,
right,
that is going to be a $19.95 for 2 weeks special. And the single rolls will be $7.95 for 2 weeks special.
Okay.
Now this one, we're just getting into, we'll find out. They're not even, the 3-packs will be coming out shortly. And so we'll see what happens with this, because there's such a drought on this.
Right.
$12.99 is already cheaper than a lot of people. Like I've said, I've seen this thing for $20 online.
He is cheaper than a lot of people.
And that is a good thing. So, Fuji, good news. Now,
Fuji is good news.
That is not the only thing, too.
Well, good news?
That's not the only good news with Fuji.
Okay, well, before we switch to that, guys, so we're talking prices here, and I know we had a video for the Walmart Not Always Low Prices.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that link above his head, because we had a lovely time talking about prices. It's just a reminder, so go check out that link and watch that video next.
So this is the advantage of being sort of the only employee and not really paying anybody, is I don't have as big an overhead except for my rent.
Except for the links that go over your head.
Yeah, the links and the rent that go over my head. That's really my expenses. And the thing is that it's now, I think, going to be coming into the summertime where a lot of these things which I've been talking about may start playing out.
Okay.
Now, the next bit of good news with Fuji.
More Fuji good news.
More Fuji good news.
Wow.
Is with this. I've read this off of several different sites, but I pulled it off of this one in order to kind of have a, okay, here's a link type of thing with it. Now, Fuji.
Can we say the source?
Yeah, why not?
First of all, I love the fact that it's coming from Dead Pixels Society.
Yes, Dead Pixels Society.
I love the fact that it's coming from there.
We can't. Why not? Let's give them a plug.
Right.
A few people that watch us may bump their site up.
Right. And
now, this is good because it's based off of our very bad news about Kodak.
Yes, Kodak. Kodak Alaris, or actually Sino-Promises Group, right?
Yes.
Sino-Promise Group.
Now, I went back and I did, again, I've done extensive research on that.
Right.
On the 19th, the Australian publication, Australian Photo News, came out with the story, and I didn't see it. That was the 19th. On the 21st...
What was the name of this publication?
Australian Photo News.
Did I click it?
No, that's German. Der Click.
Australia.
No, Austria.
Austria. Well,
no, Australia.
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 Okay.
That's what I said. I thought it was. Rewind it and look. We'll see. But the place where you throw the shrimp on the Barbie.
Australia.
Australia. Like, that's a knife. Yeah. That place. We
should call each other Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Now, was that from
Monty Python.
No, well, okay, Monty Python, but also that is from I want to say another TV show from England. It's funny.
It'll
come to me later because I was not expecting that.
That's my job.
Anyway, with Kodak's Sino-Promise dropping chemistry. They weren't only making the chemistry for the black and white; they were also making the chemistry for the color.
Right.
And also for all of the machines out there that are still using the color chemistry to make color prints.
For the photo labs?
Fuji Frontiers or Fuji something. But
the development, the processing machines.
The processing machines.
Right.
So
the C41 chemicals.
Yes. Well, yeah, but it's RA. is what they call it.
Okay.
It's sort of an R.
It's
It's
got
different.
a special number.
Yeah, it is. Special designation. Fuji has made a pronounced statement that they will support the RA chemistry for those things all the way through.
All the way through, and the number is here 2034.
For the next
11 years. Wow, look at them. Way to go, Fuji.
Fuji has stepped up to fill in that gap that was left by Sino-Promise closing. So maybe that's why a lot of people aren't doing that. But as I said, the Australian Photo News came out on the 19th. I made my comments on the 21st. Was a Wednesday and a Friday, and that same day the community, the film community group, threw it up on their site. So a lot of talk about that, but nobody really before that talked about Sino-Promise going out. And there's still
Except for this guy.
Very few public groups that have said anything about it. But a few of them are starting late in May, coming out with stories about Sino-Promise closing. But maybe it's not such a big deal and it's not so bad news because Fuji's stepping into that gap and filling in what Sino-Promise was doing for those machines. With everything else on the private end or on the public end, there's so many other things out there making chemistry now that Kodak may not even be missed.
Yeah, I mean, once again, when it comes to the Kodak black and white chemicals, clearly Ilford can just fall right into that role. And there's lots of other people that have their own formulas as well, doing the exact same thing. It's not a secret, guys, how to develop film.
No,
apparently.
It really isn't. And there's not much difference between them. There's minuscule difference in order to separate them out and trademark them.
Right.
But I did find out, side note, that for some reason, all of a sudden during this time, Ilford had a huge shipment come in to their U.S. location for distribution.
Okay.
I wonder if they kind of knew about it or if it was just a coordinated thing that happened to hit at the same time. In which they came in with a lot of chemistry and a lot of film.
But it's also a nudge, nudge, wink, wink to Freestyle, who also say, hey, if you can't find your favorite Kodak stuff,
come over to us.
We have something for you.
So lots of good news in connection with Fuji.
So lots of good news from Fujifilm. So the only thing we could possibly say to Fujifilm right now is domo arigato, Fujifilm. Thank you very much, because they are clearly where we thought they were doing nothing. They're taking the ball and running with it.
They're still
in the game.
They're still in the game.
In the game.
But the bad part we'll say with Fuji is that outside of the slide film and outside of the acros, they don't have any 120 film. No 120 film. Sad, bad. Now, hopefully
one day
that we'll see Fuji 200 120 film. That would be
one
amazing.
Day we would love to announce that for
We
Fuji.
would.
Not only that,
film,
send
please.
it to us. It'll be their entire video if you let us know about it. We will make that happen.
So, a lot of good, a little bad with Fuji.
Mostly good. Mostly
a lot of good. A lot of good.
Yeah, all good.
So there's some good news. Do we still have anybody watching us after that?
Well, I hope so, because we're making you wait for the bad news, right?
Well, there's that.
Because we have bad news.
Now, we'll talk a little bit, I guess, about Ilford, which is sort of news.
You mean we're putting it's not really ugly. It's just not it's not good or bad.
It's not good or bad. It's just
I thought we were saving it to the end.
No.
Okay. We're making you wait longer for the bad news.
Yeah, for the bad. But with Ilford, I was sitting there looking over their numbers, their stocks, and what they have.
Right.
I've got all the film up there that they make. So
you have all. I mean, he's got two shelves worth of film.
And all of it there.
And
SFX,
and they're constantly making new stuff. What's the newest thing you have, Todd?
Wow, from them. Ortho.
Well, you got the Kentmere.
The Kentmere 120 and the Ortho.
Kentmere in 120.
Now this is the ad news. What's interesting is that Fuji now, with so much stuff not being made, has a lot of opportunity to bring stuff back and be yay and exciting.
Yeah.
Ilford has nothing. I can't think of anything that they'd bring back, or I can't think of anything they would create new.
Have they lost anything in the last, I don't know, few years? Not that I know of, right?
Not that I know
mean,
of.
most of the stuff is the Deltas, the HP5s.
Now
all that stuff.
they do have a short production runs of the Delta 100, so there's a little back order issues with that, but that's minor compared to everything.
And you said they had an improved paper come out.
Well, their improved paper came out.
Or their next generation, however you want to call it.
It's 5. It's now Ilford 5. But they don't put 5 on there. So they have improved, and that's just for the RC. The fiber base didn't change.
Okay.
And their chemistry is still the same, and I don't think anything's changed on that in years. So they're holding steady. I can't, but the bad thing about that is I can't see anything coming out in the future that's going to be exciting. So it's like,
but they could surprise us.
And that's what I'm hoping.
They could come out with an HP 6 Plus and just totally, we'll be like HP 6. Well, 6 is better than 5.
A GP, or just something else. Not an improvement on an existing. Because last time I heard anything talked about on their film,
right,
is that they're so happy with it as it is that they don't foresee any changes.
Well, I mean, if it's going well and people are buying it,
new, then man,
we would love to test anything new that you give us.
So let's hope that happens. With Kodak, what's going on with Kodak? They've kind of lost their chemistry. Kodak Alaris is up for sale. Now Kodak Alaris,
but we don't necessarily know that's bad news.
Kodak Alaris does not produce Kodak film.
Oh, you're talking about our credibility again.
Now Kodak in Rochester produces the film. Now with Kodak, I did find out that Color Plus and one of the other ones, which I forgot, they have not dropped them from the line, so they're still in the line. I just don't think they've made them.
Oh, okay, in quite some time. Yeah.
So that is good news with Kodak. They haven't dropped the things that they're not making yet. They just haven't made them. But with everything catching up, it probably will start becoming the time to bring things out. Now, one of the interesting things to me, again, this is sort of overflows from Fuji.
Okay.
Maybe why, sorry.
Lost his thought.
No, I just didn't want to say it.
Edit this part out.
Edit. Self-edit, that's it. What's interesting then with Kodak now is that their supplies is starting to get backed up a little bit.
Okay.
So Portra 400 is easy to get supplies.
Okay.
I am thinking that Kodak may for a moment here start kind of heading the way of Fuji with so much in stock and so much back stock. The prices may drop a little bit.
Ooh, that would be nice, but
a little bit.
There's no guarantee to that one.
Right. What may actually be dropping is not necessarily what Kodak's charging, but what stores are selling it for.
Oh, okay.
Because there's such a shortage, they jacked the prices up way much.
Right.
And I think that there will be some store adjustments in the pricings on Kodak coming soon, because I think the stock's starting to back up. Kodak went up so much on their pricing that I think they started losing kind of sales with it.
And that's not good.
And it's not good, but they've kind of done it to themselves. But it will, I think, help knock the prices down a little bit, because it's going to start stacking up on the shelves a little bit more. So that's good news for us, bad news for them.
Well, so speaking also of Kodak, because I remember from the last video as we were chatting during the premiere, and thank you guys if you are watching the premiere, I really do appreciate it.
Yes.
Did I get my T-Max brick in?
No.
You were supposed to order one for me. Because you said, well, do you want T-Max 100, 400, 35, 120? I said, yes. Give me a Pro Pack, all of them. You said that's a brick.
Sure, that's a brick.
I'm waiting for it to come in.
Well, I am placing an order Monday. So
okay. I want my T-Max brick.
I want
my T-Max variety brick.
Yes. Okay.
I'm the only one who can order something like this, guys.
No, I mean, he just needs to remind me.
Which I have done.
Yes, he just now. So hopefully by the time this comes out, that may be in.
Okay, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
Super lovely. Okay, so guys, I think we finally made it to it. This is the bad news. I hate to be excited about bad news, and I actually know what he's going to talk about. But here, here we are in the video. Todd, I would rather you give the bad news than me give the bad news because they like me.
Do they?
Do they really, really like me? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Well, okay. To me, this is my current favorite film company.
Our friends.
Our favorite film company.
Yes.
Film Ferrania.
Who actually sent us new film to review, to test and review.
And then never sent it for us to sell.
No, Film Ferrania, guys.
I would love. I mean, we reviewed it. We love it. We want to shoot more of it.
I was thinking about learning Italian just for them.
Just for them.
I was going to learn some Italian photo phrases just so we could talk Film Ferrania film more.
Yes. Yeah. Ciao. There we go. But what's going on right now, as far as I can tell, and again, I have been trying to scour the news to find things out.
Right.
And this is the hard part. There really isn't a lot of things out there that are talking about like what's going on with the companies because so many companies are so tight-lipped. But
maybe it's because it's not in English. That could be it, right?
Could be it. But what's going on is that somehow the U.S. branch has been shut down for Film Ferrania.
We've been cut off.
We've been cut off.
Cut off.
I don't know what we did. Maybe it's because we lost our credibility.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No. We lost our credibility after. That was after.
No. This has happened since. So maybe it's because of it.
So are you saying that you and I have got to take the blame for the entire United States losing their access to Film Ferrania?
For now. But again, it's not because I know. It's just, okay.
How much of this is speculation and rumor and,
Well, the U.S. branch has been shut down.
Okay.
That's not speculation.
That's not
I just can't reach them. Don't know what's going on with that. Don't know why. But I did send an email to one of the people at Film Ferrania and just said, hey, we would love our film. And I just got a note back. I don't know, really, it didn't really say that.
So did they text back, said, new phone, who dis?
Who dis? Who's this? Sorry, here are you? Or did I just get swiped left or whatever it is, the reject? No, I get a message back saying, oh, hi, yes, the branch is closed right now or it's not there, and I'll keep you in touch or something. And I'm hoping that we'll find out because early March, Ortho was supposed to come out.
Yes.
Then it was pushed back to April. We're into May. And I've been wondering what's going on. Somebody said, hey, a fire was up in that area. Maybe that did something. The news, don't know. But not knowing is bad news. Not knowing what's going on, not knowing when the film's coming out, not getting any information about.
Right.
But from one of the things I can figure out, and I mean, believe me, I've spent hours in front of that computer. It seems like they have a new majority owner.
Interesting.
I went to Lincoln, whatever that site is. And I found a person's name there, and it says majority owner. And I didn't know this person, and I think this may be a new person that came in. Don't know, but so something's going on with Film Ferrania right now. And again,
is a mystery, guys, right now. It's a mystery to us.
Will the U.S. be part of their future or not? We don't know. And the reason why
I don't think they can ignore our market.
No,
we're so large.
Well, no, that's the deal, though.
We're so big.
You would think that.
Yes, I would. I am thinking that.
But Burger is ignoring the U.S.
Burger, the Burgermeisters?
The Burger film. They are making film. They're selling it in Europe, but they're not selling it to the U.S. market. They have ignored the U.S. market.
Yeah, now, I could understand that when it was Fujifilm not sending us like the MP160s and things like that, keeping the good stuff for themselves. But then, then they stopped making them
altogether.
I tell you what, that's the rest of these guys not sending to the U.S.
Yeah, so this is why I'm kind of wondering what's going on. It may just be an EU thing. So I don't know, but
it could be an import issue. I mean, that really could be.
Because
it could be getting the stuff in the United States has become a lot more difficult.
Could be because you know, I was going to say Ilford has no problem, but Ilford's not part of the EU anymore. So
right. So that maybe
know.
that's the issue. Maybe it's an EU US issue. Maybe it's not a UK US issue.
Yeah. So we don't know, but we are going to keep finding out. Now, the only reason why we bring this up is because we really do love Film Piranha.
So much so that they love us too in a way. Okay, it's a two-way street here. They sent us the Ortho, and we did a review, which I'm going to put above his head.
Yeah.
So,
and we
had a great time shooting that, and we had you guys watched a ton of it, and it's a phenomenal film, and we just want to get our hands on it.
More of it, and we love the whole Film Piranha outlook of that, bringing back film, color, C41,
right,
slide, 35, 120, Super 8, 16,
right.
All of that stuff I want to carry in my store, all of it.
Right.
And so we love the fact that they're in-house, not relying on others, all of that stuff, big stuff. We want you here in the U.S. Now,
I mean, I've been backing Film Piranha since the Kickstarter campaign in 2014.
And your name is on their founders wall.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That I would like to see.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm all for it. You know, they said they're going to make a color film. I still believe them. I think they're going to make a color film. You know, there are some ups and downs, and I know these things take time. But
we don't know what's going on.
I'm still encouraging. I'm still there for them.
I am too. I'm hoping. But their film is over 2 months now, over 2 months past due. No word as to anything as to timing on it.
Well, so what about the P30? Are you going to be able to get any more P30,
or
is this all you have?
This may be all I
have. Because if that's all you
have,
I might need to buy some more.
Yeah, you may need to come in and buy it, because like I said, I got around 300-400 rolls on order. I have no idea if these rolls are going to come in.
I mean, the P30 is a beautiful film, and I would love to see that in 120. I would love to see that in 4x5. I just think there is so much you can do with the P30.
And what is interesting, and we've had this discussion before about, is it ortho or is it Panchro P30?
Yeah.
Turns out it's a little bit of both, because what's interesting is that this over here is panchromatic Ilford, but it's so refined now that is a totally different type of panchromatic than P30.
Right.
P30 is the old school panchromatic, like just leaving the ortho world, first generations of panchromatic. And so it still has features or characteristics of ortho in it, which is why you kind of get that, you got that vibe.
Well, I love it. It has some very rich blacks to it, which I absolutely, it's very high contrast. It has some super rich blacks, but you know what? It has super fine grain, and I really love that as well.
Super fine, yes.
I mean, we took a picture of, we both took a picture as we went out and did that review. So that was a different review for the P30, which I'll put that link above his head.
And these are both very popular reviews.
We went and photographed a silo that had some birds flying around the top, and it captured the birds very easily.
You could blow it up and you could see the head, the wings, the tail, and not a speck of grain in it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, and the birds were a couple 100 yards away.
Yeah.
They were not close.
Not at all.
They were just little dots, but when you blow it up, you see the outline of the bird.
We were about a football field away, I would imagine, bet.
Well, from the silo, then probably the time you add
you
know, that's where
that's math.
Pythagorean theorem
A squared, B squared, C squared.
So yeah, we were a ways away. But it was fun. So Film Piranha, that is sort of our bad news. Because it's not bad because we have bad news. It's bad because we have no idea what's going on with it. It's that unknown. That's bad.
Okay, so the only hopeful part of this is we could be totally wrong, and which we would love. We would so love. And hopefully, you know, Film Piranha says, "Oh, we just saw your video. Sorry, guys. No, this is really what's going on in here."
Yeah.
We might have to give you an update, which is what we do.
Yes.
We do that. And we would love to tell you that Film Piranha is open to the public and coming to the United States. So.
Yeah. So
fingers crossed, guys.
Fingers crossed. But, you know, I mean, that's sort of that end of it. Now, I do want to talk about other. This is a bonus round.
Bonus round. Okay. Wasn't even on the schedule, guys.
It wasn't. It's just last minute. Let's throw it. What's interesting is that also Cinestill has kind of slowed down in sales.
Okay.
But the reason for Cinestill slowing down in sales is because Legacy Photo Lab. Now, this is good news.
Yes. Because we like Legacy Photo Lab.
We're going to end on a little bit more of a good news. Legacy Photo Lab.
This isn't the ugly?
No. This is the awesomeness, man. This is cool.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's cool. Legacy Photo Lab has reached an agreement with a far-off foreign country supplier to take Cinestill film and to use their logo on it.
Okay, so essentially the exact same film that's in Cinestill.
The exact same film that's in Cinestill
is now in the Legacy Photo Lab.
In the Panther 800T motion picture film with their really cool logo on it.
So Panther 800T is no different than Cinestill film 800T.
It isn't any different, except it has a really cool...
for which container it comes in.
And the label that's on it. Now, so this has really cool metal container. And that's
this sounds so cardboardy boxy.
It is cardboard boxy. Now, what's happened with this is that because, and again, these are the parts of things that I don't understand. They were able to create the same film with a cool metal container.
Yeah.
Their own personal logo on it.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper than getting Cinestill.
That's magic.
It's magic.
It's witchcraft.
So, it is. Maybe this is bad.
Oh, but now I'm going to have to try it. So
we have, well, there is, now this is, in reading about this was months ago. I was reading stories about other things being co-opted by the same source.
Right.
Now, whenever you take a roll of film and you run it, and you travel with it, run it through a different machine, it causes different stress to it. And the stress can sometimes cause slight, subtle differences between it.
All right.
So it's the exact same thing, but sometimes it develops a characteristic unique to itself.
Okay.
And that's why some people who take Cinestill and put it in their own, call it like amber, is because the stress on it causes it to kind of give a little amber coating to it. So it's really interesting. But it's the same thing, but it may just be a slight difference. So who knows? Who knows? But it is a cup. It's like this is, let's see, I don't know, what does that say on it?
1550.
Yes. So instead of being $17.75, it's $15.50.
Panther 800T.
Which is $2.25 cheaper per roll. Now, whenever you do that, that adds up. Now, they also do the same thing here. Again, Legacy Photo Lab L100 is just Kodak E100 in a different container. Legacy L100. Stay positive.
It's like you need a slide rule to figure some of these things out. But you know, these aren't the only two films that are essentially the same films that are repackaged.
Right.
It's just
now this is $16.99 as opposed to if you had the same thing with Kodak E100, it would be $22. You're saving a lot more money with this than you are by going directly with the other. So now, instead of getting both of them and putting it side by side, I'm just getting the L100 because it's not a huge seller, which positive film should be a lot more selling because they do a phenomenal job with processing the slide film.
Yeah, because everybody's doing slideshow parties now, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're getting out the old reels and they're mounting their slides and they're just putting up the screen and you know.
And what's old is new again, and it's fun. So
I think I've made up the slideshow parties, but wouldn't it be funny if they were doing that?
You know, you had me. I was Blvd you right until you said that in. I was right there.
Believe me.
But it would be kind of fun to do because you can sit around. It's like watching a still movie.
Well, I think one of the photo labs is mentioning that the machines that actually put the slides in the little white borders, they cost a lot of money.
They do.
And they're hard to find, and they're probably breaking down. So they're anyways.
Yeah. But what people are doing is they are finding their old relatives' slides in a
Yes, they are.
Well, and around the holidays, they bring it out and start showing it when everybody's around.
Well, I see people who...
So that is a true thing.
Who go garage selling for people's slides.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously they
But if you start using it for money and somebody's relatives found out, lawsuits.
No, I don't think they're using it for that kind of money, are they?
Some people do. There are bands that use it for background things.
Oh, I see. You just can't make a good, honest buck anymore, guys.
Yeah, it's just that's bad. But it's interesting. Now, Luminaire's still doing good as far as we know.
Yeah.
My wall of the retro chrome is running thin. I found that box, you know.
Retrochrome collectibles.
Well, yes, of collectibles. And the box had 250 rolls.
Yeah.
Yes, big chunk of those are gone now. And it is starting to wind down. When these wind down, that's it. So got that going. My film Pro 400H, Fuji Pro 400H, at one time I had 2,400 rolls.
Yeah.
I got 1,000 rolls left. 1,000 and whatever's up here. So that is, a big chunk of that's already been sold. So if you still want the Pro 400H, yes, I got 1,000 rolls left. But you know what? It's going kind of quick.
Right.
I had somebody come in and buy 6 or 7 Pro packs of that for a wedding.
Okay.
And they were going overseas to shoot the wedding. So a lot of stuff going on in the film world. And I'm sure there's stuff that I wanted to talk about more, but you know what? That's another video.
That's another video. So the good news, Fujifilm. The bad news, film for Rania. The neither good nor bad news is Ilford.
Yeah, Ilford, guys, you know, I mean, I would love to sit there and go, hey, something new's coming from Ilford.
The ugly news is our credibility.
Yes.
That we don't have any.
We don't have any more.
So with that, guys, we're going to let you go.
Thank you for watching.
Always thank you for watching. Please do share, like, subscribe.
Oh, yes, keep the subscriptions coming because...
I don't know where he's getting these subscriptions from.
Right here.
Every other person comes in, they're scanning, and they're just becoming a subscriber.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because it'll be like 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 in a day.
I love it.
0.
Keep it up, guys.
Yes,
keep it up.
Yes, thank you very much.
So thanks, y'all, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.
Bye-bye. Oh, man.
All right.
Ouch,
All right.
whoa,
time to turn on the AC in here.
No.
It's getting warm.
It is.
Summer's coming.
It's because our news was so hot.
You know, I'm to that point where...
hey, you're not ugly, so let's...
No. I'm borderline, do I need a haircut? Do I not need a haircut? And of course, if I let it go much more, it'll start aggravating me.
Yeah.
And that would involve me having to go to a barber to get it cut. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a barber to get it cut. So I'll just buzz it all off and I'll be back down to normal.
Yeah. I get that little vacuum tube thing. You go, hair vacuum
what was
cutter.
that thing called?
Suckers bought it.
George Clooney uses that.
Oh, wow.
I seriously doubt it, but he says he does.
Yeah.